Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. No cards today. I found this fabulous book at a used bookstore. It's amazing how the universe lines everything up. It was $40 for a used book, and I still wanted it. I don't know why I wanted it. I still wanted it. Once I started reading, Dr. Juno Jordan is the daughter of somebody I greatly admire, and I love all her books, Dr. Julia Seton. I'm not going to go over her story again. If you want to know her story, it's in the King Charles and Catherine and William readings. So what it is, it's numerology, but just based on your birthday, how your year is going to go. And I was fascinated by it. Like I said, I'm not a numerologist. I generally don't follow this, but once you can put this and you see what's happening in these, and especially like at the end of the year, right? It's something to say, oh, you're gonna be doing this, that, and that in January, but to look at November and go, holy crap, that actually happened, and then see how everything twists and turns. It kind of makes you sit up and take notice, right? So I've done the four senior royals. So now let's do Harry and Meghan and see if it matches up for them. So Harry's birthday is September 15th. So September is the ninth month, plus 15, plus 9. If you didn't watch the other ones, 9 is 2025 is a 9 year. 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. So you add the current year, not the year you were born, the current year. That equals a 33, so it's a 6 year. He's having the same year that Camilla is having. So I've already read this for Camilla, so pardon me if you've already heard it already. But this year is a test of your character in a special way. Now, let's apply Camilla's to losing Charles, and now apply Harry to losing Charles. You're now in the upward climb of your present 9 year cycle. Also, let's apply it to his marriage and his businesses. The results of your efforts, work, and application and planning should begin to present themselves. So he hasn't put any effort in, so he doesn't have any outcome. A great deal of attention should be given to the ways and means by which your results may be attained. Didn't do any of that, and he has no results. So this is an interesting way to look at it. Like I say, when you take these systems and apply them to current celebrities and whatnot, so you can see what's happening in their life, it really makes you take notice. This will depend on how you approach and work with others. Service is the keynote to results in every way and everything you do. This is your duty year, and you should keep this in mind in the midst of pleasure or problems. Try to take all the responsibility interesting to yourself and the demands upon you a privilege instead of a requirement. In this way, warmth and good fellowship will make everything worthwhile, with many pleasing returns for your effort. Well, everything Harry does is for money. He has not done anything for service. And look at the charities that have dropped him this year. So, see what I mean? Like, him and Camilla are having the same 6 year, but in completely different viewpoints. So you look at Camilla has done a lot of service and duty, and her rewards are that people are seeing her in a different light as a queen and giving her the benefit of the doubt, and her looking at her from a different point of view. Whereas Harry has not done this service, has not vibed with what his year is, and he's getting kicked out of charities, and charities are closing. And people are calling for him to be removed from charities. And now, even when he does do something like this quasi royal tour of Canada with the veterans, everybody's booing him. I mean, what are you doing? Your future depends on your ideals, standards, and goodwill towards others, and you will gain by placing these assets to the forefront. He hasn't done any of that. He still complains about his family. Everyone at some time faces these requirements out in the world as well as at home or among family and friends. So it's his family is like, as hashtag FO, Harry, like you're not giving us any service or doing any favors for us. In other words, during this special year, to think only of your own well-being and personal desires could bring disappointment and regret later on in your expectations and hopes for success and happiness. I should almost highlight that and send it to him. Look at how they are both in a 6th year and how different the perspective looks. Imagine if Harry at the beginning of the year knew this and based his whole year on service and not merching his wife, not bitching about his family, giving service to the crown. What a different place he would be in. Working together for the good of all is the foundation of human endeavor. The physician, lawyer, minister, teacher, soldier, housewife, shopkeeper, father, and mother help make life a thing of beauty, in some degree at least. So as the year passes by, do not miss this opportunity to give of yourself in some way to make others happy. Like he hasn't given of himself. Like everything he does, he gets paid to do. Or like he pays, like want an award? I'll buy that award. Want to show up to this panel? Well, how much are you going to pay me? Nothing was done out of the goodness of his heart. Doesn't even show up to a baseball game unless the seats are paid for and it's being paid for by the owner. It will always add up to your advantage as spiritual blessings and financial success with love and harmony to make life worthwhile. Next year will be different. Now, service is the right action. He didn't do any of that. He wasted a year that could have put him in such a unique position. Good old Harry. Oh, look, Harry's really actually doing things in service. Not for money, not paying for awards, actually doing service in honor of the crown and zipping it. This year is a test of your character in a special way. You may love the home and family and its cares and responsibilities, or you may not. I don't think he loved, I mean, just look at that last video Meghan posted. He does not. He is not loving his home and family. But this year cannot bring its reward unless you meet the duty that will come up of its own accord in business or play. And what else? This one here. However, it is the emotions, your own or those of family, children, loved ones, at work, or in social association, that may cause misunderstanding or difficulties. Look at that. The clock agrees. Feeling is strong as to what is right or wrong, leading to arguments, quarrels, and separations. All year, justice, fair play, and honesty are important. Lack of truth and justice could bring legal problems, separations, discord, even involving children. Matters of home and property may come up for better management, more love and warmth of feeling and goodwill. This year, problems will be solved as you are the teacher, physician, psychologist, the mother, father, and lover, all in one. The health of others may call for time and attention. Take care of your own health too. Do not work too hard and find time for rest and relaxation. Well, that's all Harry does. R&R. It may be September before you are free from some of your present duties. Do not say too much in October. So much will be clear as you prepare for your number 7 personal year. All right, and I've already done those other readings. So when we go to November for Harry, let's see what it looks like for Harry, since Harry has not been successful in completing his number 6 year. You know what? We've already read November for Camilla, so I can't see that changing. I'm going to read December for Harry. If you want to know what the November is, either watch Camilla's or I don't know if you can pause it and see it now. But there's no sense reading it again. December, in a number 6 personal year. The last month of the year carries a very high force. It brings settlements, completions, and something pleasing in the way that the year has turned out. You should be much happier concerning your home and family members and find that you can do much for those you love and those who have helped you. You do not need to carry too much Christmas responsibility, but you will feel happy and do for others and find you are the one entertaining and giving the service and inspiration. Christmas time is particular in some respects, even though you are happy, for you may be alone or away, or conditions may not be as they usually are. Did we not read that Harry will be at Sandringham for Christmas? There could be a slight disappointment in this, and you might even feel left out of things. But on the whole, you should find yourself receiving much love and appreciation. You may wonder in a way what to do next now that so much has been accomplished and settled. See, he has not accomplished and settled anything. Life will gradually turn into your thoughts and talents in a new direction, for next year is your sabbatical year, and you'll be interested in far different things. It may be February before this is realized. Right now, you should have a foundation upon which to stand and only need time to open the door to new personal interests and opportunities. So, those things are not going to come to fruition for Harry. The happiness at home, the happiness with family, because he did not do the work. He did not do the work of service. You look at him at the pumpkin patch, he's just standing there. He's not playing with his kids. He's disinterested, like even during the ball game, and they had the cameras on him all the time. This kid's lost in space. So he's wasted a fabulous opportunity to serve his father, and he didn't. All right. Let's do Meghan. Now, this is one thing I like about this system is that we don't have to worry about what year she was born. So she was born in August, which is an 8-month, on the 4th, and this is a 9-year equals 21. So she's in a 3-year. So let's see how that 3-year should have worked out for her. General trend. Number 3, personal year, right action. This year, the 3rd year of your present 9-year cycle belongs to you, even though you are involved in the affairs of others. We are never entirely free from duty and responsibility. Other people take our time and need our help. However, now and then we have the right to think about our own affairs and what we want to do, and about what seems personally important to us alone. Otherwise, we would never find our real selves or discover our own true worth. Life would be dull if entirely dominated by the demands of others. And you think about it, she started this year writing all by herself, 2025 on the beach. This has been the Meghan year. Really, like everything is as ever about her doing this, about her doing that, about her being here, about her doing this, about her doing that. So it might look like, everything is about Meghan. That's because this is what she's vibing. Your right action during your number 3 personal year is to believe in yourself and the ideas you've been carrying in your heart and mind, but never expressed. At least dream about them. Dreams have a way of coming true in the most surprising way. Well, didn't she just say she always dreamt of having her brand called As Ever? Inspiration, imagination, creative thought, and deep emotional feelings are all the qualities of character that make people great and give color and warmth to all levels of living in business, art, entertainment, labor, or the most practical field of endeavor. Okay, entertainment is in there. So we've seen her do her show. She had 2 seasons of her show. Well, one show that was split in 2, and then plus her acting skills that, I'm already getting ready for the Oscars because we know she's going to win it. Keep in mind that this is not a duty year for you, even if you have many tasks to take care of, like combing your children's hair. Follow the strong desire for self-improvement, at least in some simple and constructive way. Looks like Meghan is maybe she has this book. Find the time to do so, but think out the plan without too much emotion. This might cause you to act impulsively and extravagantly. To be oneself and to dare to follow a dream, to even to go ahead with the idea, does not mean to throw all the standards to the wind just to get your own way. Did you hear that? In fact, this should be guarded against, for you are likely to be very sensitive, especially about what people say, even unintentionally, and you could make mistakes. Self development, however, should not be expressed as over self importance. This will be an eventful year at the same time. Pleasure, travel, many social activities, friendly gatherings, and entertainment take on color. Your best results will be attained through a happy mind. Love affairs, your own and those of others, will give you much to think about, with overly deep emotional feelings on your part. As the years of each 9 cycle come and go, you will experience many 9 year cycles along your lifetime. Each year presents its own special requirements and obligations. These are the basis for progress and are the quickening ingredients for success, happiness, and ultimate attainment as the years pass by. The experiences they bring serve to develop your character and to fit you for future opportunity. They also subconsciously test and awaken your spiritual nature. They are to direct you to self confidence and self esteem in your rightful place in the world. This should be a very happy year. It is intended to be so. But depending on you and your emotional direction, your renewed sense of self confidence, and the interesting activities you are now undertaking. At the end of the year, that which seemed impossible in the beginning should be accomplished, leaving you with a feeling of work well done and the year very worthwhile. Now, I believe that she does feel that she accomplished a lot. She launched wine, she launched her show twice, she launched all kinds of um, food that I probably wouldn't eat, but that's my opinion. And I think she actually does have a sense of accomplishment, because you listen to her on other podcasts and on panels and whatnot, and she thinks she's done amazingly well from her point of view, and she did accomplish a lot. You can't take that away from her. Do not feel at any time that you are put down or not given credit for what you can do. Get good advice and instructions. We all know people complain she does not listen to good advice and instructions. Have faith in yourself, but guard against hasty or impulsive action. Well, that's impossible for Meghan. For right here, your happy 3 year personal year could get off on a wrong start, scattering your energies towards regret, even inertia or lack of physical well being. Friends will be willing to help you if you are not lacking in consideration. At the same time, consider their advice carefully, for in their enthusiasm, they could lead you on a detour or wrong action and cause delays, both material and spiritual, before you get back on the right track. Do your part to make this phase of your life lovely. Keep your enthusiasm and your dreams, as spiritual enlightenment can come to you as the year ends to make it all worthwhile. Colors that help you win this year: rose, ruby, amber, and russet. I want to tell you, rosé, that was the first wine that she launched. In business, friends are important. Well, we've seen her lean on friends a lot. In marriage, take a trip. Well, yeah, they go do all those pseudo royal things. Children, introduce art and beauty. And we have seen her show some of Archie's drawings. In-laws, be friends, buy them something. Have we not heard that she has sent her products to human relationships? Be a good friend, make friends. So let's see what her November is going to be like. November, when you are in a 3 personal year. So you look at it, like she actually embraced a lot of those energies of, starting something, making dreams come true. She always wanted to be a lifestyle. Like, it, just because she hasn't been successful at them doesn't mean it wasn't her dream, right? Or it wasn't something that she's always wanted to do. But she did have a very busy year, and it was all about her. All about her. November, when you're in a 3 personal year, this is a very eventful month. Friendships can be improved this month and next, and much help can come through those who love you, friends and relatives. An active month, giving more life, new interests, and progress. In fact, you now seem to have a new outlook on life because of the experiences of the year. Well, she just did that bit part. Also, you seem to be realizing a pleasing freedom. Take advantage of the new things. Take trips or move if you desire and overcome nervousness. Friends of the past year can help and will help again. And while there are some trying things to handle and unexpected happenings, you can gain advantage and obtain fine results. More public life and new people to meet. A good time to take up new interests and studies. Business should show an improvement in a satisfactory way through your own resourcefulness and your progressive spirit. Well, her own resourcefulness was putting her stuff in that godmother's bookstore. That wasn't Netflix who did that. Netflix doesn't sell her things anymore. So she had to go out and do that herself to get that in that bookstore. Be interesting to see what will come of that. But there again, unexpected happenings. How many people have unexpected happenings in November? It's crazy. Something is going to happen. All right, so I've done the top 6. Let me know if you want me to do Andrew and Sarah, and see how this fits in. But I'm going to check on the copyright, and I'm going to see if there's something like you can send me your birth date, and I'll send you your personal number. But I don't want to. I don't want to disrespect somebody's copyright on that. I just wanted to show you through this book, if you can find it. It's called Your Right Action Number, Your Past, Present, and Future with Numerology by Dr. Juno Jordan. If you want to try and find your own copy of it. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, let me know if you want me to do Andrew and Sarah's, or anybody else any other celebrity for that matter. Please take good care. Fare thee well.